What it do? Welcome to HoodSoul Wisdom. First and foremost, I appreciate you tapping in. I hope this episode finds you in the very best of every single aspect possible, including but not limited to mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Those are and forever will be my highest hopes and prayers for you and yours. I'm your host, Ruby. Glad you came through to Align and Thrive. This episode is brought to you by Forever Wise Coaching. Align and thrive with your health and wellness in mind. And Forever Wise Apparel, conscious wear with the essence of a G. Episode 21, Play to Win, Part 1. Life is a game of energy. Master it to win. Think about it. I already told you guys what energy was. Your thoughts, your emotions. That's your currency. That's how you create everything around you. Whether you agree with it or not, it's just facts. You always experience what you think about the most, what you focus on the most. To win, we got to think on purpose and create consciously, as opposed to being a slave to our mind and just let it run wild. And I'm going to have to hit y'all with that Tupac, Ballad of a Dead Soldier. If you play the game, play to win. Fuck, why not? I mean, don't we play every game to win? And yeah, you could say you fucking want to have fun or for the experience, whatever. But anytime we play a game, it's with that objective to win. Why? Because winning fucking feels good. That's why. But this is much deeper than that. Think about staring at the world through my rear view. At the end of the song, Pac says, the world is behind us. And once a motherfucker get an understanding of the game and what the levels and the rules of the game are, then the world ain't no trick no more. It's a game to be played. So once you get an understanding of this, of what I'm trying or what I'm putting out there, then fuck, it ain't even a trick no more. You start mastering shit. And Tupac was dropping gems in every fucking song. Tupac knew what the fuck it was. Listen to the chorus of that song. What is he talking about? Seeing nothing but my dreams come true. Staring at the world through my rear view. That's what it's all about. Experiencing all of our desires. I'm always going to say this. It all goes back to self-concept. What we think about ourselves. What we assume about everything else. However, I wanted to share this with you guys. When I was working towards my degree in psychology, I had to come up with a project for one of my psychology classes. And this is what it was. Or my philosophy argued, the nutty psych is paramount due to the game and thug life created for us. I haven't really gotten too deep into that. That's why this is part 1. But I wanted to emphasize on the game portion of that. Because when I created that philosophy, I was in my late teens, early 20s. And that's when I figured out that the way we were living, it wasn't normal. The way I was raised was not normal. The shit my people were going through was not normal. From poverty, drugs, violence, incarceration, all that shit. It was my normal at the moment, but it wasn't fucking normal. Then I also studied abnormal behavior. And I'm like, what the fuck? I could see abnormal behavior throughout my fucking life with all my people in these books that I was just like, oh shit. So that's how all of this came together, right? But the game portion, as well as the thug life portion of my philosophy, they're acronyms. So the acronym for GAME was given attractions, actions, advertisements within the mass media that methodically endanger and eradicate us. Because no matter what, everywhere that I looked and everywhere that I turned, it seems like all the odds were against us. Everything from how I saw my people portrayed on TV, from what I learned about my people in school, how they were subjugated, to just the environment in which I grew up in. All of my people were either in jail, gangbanging, lacking money, doing drugs. It was just like, shit, ain't none of this normal. What the fuck? It made a motherfucker feel unworthy because I got out of this environment into higher education. And it's like, I didn't fit in there. I had people tripping the fuck out that I was there. I had certain instances where people told me like, man, go back to the hood. Go back to the block. Like, what the fuck? I've always been intellectual. I consider myself to be wise. The attributes that some of my people in the neighborhood worshipped me for. And we're like, damn, you're fucking smart and you're getting shit done and we're proud of you. We're overlooked when I was in a different environment because it's like I didn't fit in there within the neighborhood. I was too smart for all that shit. And in school, I was looked down on. And I'm telling you, when I tell you a motherfucker felt unworthy, bullshit you not. Going back to this, right? Going back to the game. So I want to emphasize the game because the game is a game of attention and all of these things are given to us. Attractions. When I talk about attractions, look around. And when I say we, I'm speaking in general. We all want to be balling, sporting the best shit, driving the best car, designer brands. Go to the hood and you see all these fucking billboards. All this designer shit. You got people out there sporting some dumbass looking clothing. But just because it got a brand on it, fuck it. They wearing it. That shit trips me out. That's on another note. But attractions. Now let's talk about actions. And remember, this is within the mass media. If we talk about actions, look at how most of our people are portrayed. If you're a person of color, more than likely, especially if you're within my generation, what were we portrayed as? The men, gangsters, no good, lazy. Females, always sexually objectified in the streets. Perhaps the roles are changing a little bit right about now, but I don't even know. I still see that generalization. So that's actions, right? Advertisements. Go to any neighborhood and look at the advertisements. Everything is to direct us towards a self-destructive path. You got liquor stores in every corner. You got all these fucking fast food restaurants. Everything that diminishes our health is what's advertised. It's what's in our face. So remember, this is methodical. It's to endanger us, eradicate us. The fucked up part about it is this, that our attention is dominated by the way we feel. So, we got all these things that evoke these feelings within us and they catch our attention. So we walk around on the daily reacting to everything we see, everything we sense, everything we encounter. And that's where we become slaves to our mind because we're not producing or creating any new fucking thoughts. We're just lost in this maze that was created for us in this game. And now it's been a long ass time since I came up with this philosophy. But even when I came up with it, I designed a positive aspect to it. And I'll be discussing that in the next episode. What I want to focus on is if you play the game, play to win. So now, we were given all these fucked up actions and advertisements, right? That are meant to fucking keep us in a loop, in a self-destructive path. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in a gangbanging way or anything that has to do with gangs or drugs. It's just overall. Like I push pure mind, good health, solid spirit. How could your mind be pure and positive if it's filled with fear based on everything you encounter on the daily, whether it's social media, the news, all that shit? How could you have good health if everything that's given to you, basically within your environment, steers you the wrong way, steers you towards processed foods, fast foods? How could your spirit be solid if you stay living within pain and struggle? As I started this though, life is a game of energy. Energy is your thoughts and your emotions. That's your currency. Now we're at a point in time where we could control where our attention goes. And it's always been that way. But think about it. Social media. You get to choose who you follow. Yeah, some shit comes in your feed every so often, but you still get to choose. And that's what I want to push. It's like I want to let you guys know what was designed for us, but how when you become conscious enough to become a creator with your thoughts, with your emotions, how we could switch it, flip it, and create something for ourselves. Because I'm in it to win, and I hope you are too. So trip out on that. Before I wrap it up, right? Make sure y'all tap in. Follow me on IG at HoodSoul Wisdom, at Forever Wise Coaching, and at Forever Wise Apparel for updates, giveaways, and merch drops. And if you haven't yet, do yourself a favor and click the link on the bio at HoodSoul Wisdom to download 8 affirmations to help you tap in and align with your essence. And subscribe to the email list so you're always up on game with what I got coming next. I appreciate you coming through, and as always, may the higher powers guide you, protect you, and fully equip you with a pure mind, good health, and a solid spirit. With much love, respect, and sincerity, I'm out.